What's up, kings, queens, and everything in between? Welcome back to an episode of One Time for a Good Time. And I want to have a serious conversation right now. I watched the movie Really Love, and I had a discussion with a couple of friends yesterday about why is it that I don't know if it's a generation thing. I don't know if it's a capitalist labor thing. I don't know what it is, but why is it that when you decide you want to go down a creative path, regardless if it's being an artist or an actor or something non-conventional, people don't want to support you. People want to claim it as you're lazy, claim it as you're taking the easy way out. Why is it that when you choose your passion, people get annoyed because you choose happiness over something that you don't want to do over your life? I've seen this time after time after time again, where just because I didn't choose a 9 to 5, you become exiled. You become written off. And so it's like now as a creative, I feel like I have to work 10 times harder just to get your respect. I feel like I have to work 10 times harder for you to see me. Now I'm sitting here in my mind thinking, questioning myself, is my work worth it? Am I worth it? Am I doing enough? Because you're constantly thinking, because I'm not behind a desk, because I'm not picking up stones or breaking my back every day to get my paycheck, I'm not doing anything. This is what causes mental illness and stress within the creatives out there. This is why people never get to follow their dreams and go down this work route. Because I hate to say it, but the worst thing is not being supported by the people you love. The worst thing is having everybody look at you and say that you're not going to make it until they see success. I hate when people come to me when I'm actually making something, when I'm actually progressing in my life, and they say, I knew you could do it. I always believed in you. It's like, no, you didn't. You never believed in me. You was never there. You never even cared. And actually, the times when I did come to you to tell you about the work that I was putting out there into the world, the times I came to you excited about a new project I was working on, you always sat there and degraded me and written me off or changed the subject as if I was just some kid that said I had a dream and I was going to change my mind every 5 seconds. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about why do people think just because you're creative, you're a person that is indecisive? No, if I'm telling you I'm going to do something, if I'm telling you I'm working on something, that is what I'm working on. I'm not telling you I want to be an artist or an actor because I'm too ambitious. What the fuck is too ambitious? Can we talk about that as well? What is it when you go to somebody that isn't on your same wavelength and tell them, I have dreams to be this, I have the dreams to do this? No one has ever looked at Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos and laughed in their face. Now look at them now. No one has ever looked at Dwayne Johnson, Denzel Washington, Oprah Winfrey, and questioned them, because you know why? Because they showed and they proved that this is who the fuck I am, and I made it doing this. I shouldn't have to work 10 times. I shouldn't have to kill myself 10 times over for you to see that I'm at least on your level to earn your respect. In the conversation I was having with these friends, I said, I think it's a generation thing. You know, so many of our parents, so many of the generation before us, they that's all they knew was to work. That's all they knew was to go out and slave until they had to come home and put food on the table. They didn't know following their dreams. They just knew, I need to get a paycheck. I need to get a paycheck. I need to feed my family. I need to do it again and again and again the next day. And in a way, I don't get upset, because I understand if you are born and you lived a life a certain way, it's kind of hard to get out of that mindset. If you continue thinking that society can't live off of their passion, off of what they truly love, then you need to evolve as a human being. If you continuously think as if you did when you was 30 or as you was 40 or when you was struggling, why is it that you look at the next generation and think we're lazy? There's so many articles, there's so many evidence out there where Gen X has said this generation is lazy, this generation is depressed, this generation has no drive, this generation is uneducated. Why do you say that? I think, to be honest, this generation is the most smartest. This is the first generation I've seen where you can find a millionaire 18-year-old on the street from doing what they love. Now, I'm not saying it's the easiest $1,000,000. I'm not saying it's easy to become successful, but I think this is the first generation where the child has become more successful than the parent. I think this is the first generation where the child has become the first entrepreneur in their family. And I don't know if it's because you hate that we're successful. I don't know if it's because you hate that we could have done something that you couldn't. But you know how many kids are losing relationships with their families. You know how many families are being estranged because there's never a simple I'm proud of you. There's never a simple I believe in you. There's never a simple you can do it. It's always what's your plan B. Yes, and that is very realistic. Chasing after the dreams that some people want to chase after, it can be hard. And it can be unrealistic. But if you're constantly sitting at the dinner table and saying, oh, you still want to paint? You still want to act? You still want to do this? Putting into their minds that you will never be who you think you will be. You will never be seen as the person you'll think you be. Why? Why as a parent? Why as the before generation would you do that to somebody? You putting doubt into your child would never let them be their full potential. I see so many parents out here that say, everything I do is for my child. I worked so hard so my child could live a better life. And then when we want to live a better life, when we want to do what we want to do, it's immediately disregarded. It's immediately looked as lazy. It's immediately looked as taking the easy way out. I love the movie Really Love because it showed, at least for the Black community, how so many of us is fighting for just acceptance. A lot of people don't realize I don't care what a stranger says about me. I don't care what somebody that I've never met before says about me. But when it comes from the person that gave birth to me, when it comes to the sibling that I was raised with, from the people that literally carries my blood, and they're telling me you will never make it, and they're telling me that you're taking the easy way out, that cuts more deeper than a bullet wound. That hurts more than getting shot. Is when you go to the people you love the most and you care about the most and they say, I don't believe in you or your dream. I thought it was so sad of how many people in my friend group go through the same situation where no one in their family believed in them until they saw money. Why is it that you need money to determine if somebody will be successful or not? You know how many people just did something for free until they made it? So many kids are out here left alone. And when I mean kids, I'm talking about grown ass adults too. I'm not talking about kids that are just teens. I'm talking about grown ass adults, 30, 40, 50, that are still looking for that validation from their parents. I'm talking about grown ass people that are still going to their parents, not even talking to their parents because they can't say one nice thing to them. I'm talking about that type of kid. I'm not just talking about a 13-year-old boy. I'm talking about a man looking to their family for love and for acceptance. There's some things that I try to see both sides of, but I can never understand why no one could just accept the fact that people just want to be who the fuck they are. People just want to chase after what they chase after. And it got to the point where I had to tell people, if I fail, let me fail. Because at the end of the day, me failing isn't going to do shit to you. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to put money out of your pocket. Let me fail. Because I got tired of hearing it from every single body around me that I love, is that it's not going to work. It would never work. Find something else. Have a plan B. And it's like, you know what? If I fail, let it happen. Because I need to know that this isn't for me. I need to know that no one is going to care about me. I don't need to hear it from a second source. I don't need to hear it from third or fourth person when I'm already saying it to myself every single day that I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to be anything. I understand that a lot of those generations, I understand you had to work your ass off. I understand that you had to do everything in your might to get a paycheck. I completely understand, and I'm so sorry. I am so sorry that half of y'all had to live the lives y'all had to live. Not being able to enjoy and not being able to have fun or live out the dreams you want to dream because you have families to take care of. I'm so sorry. But there are beautiful, inspiring people out here that truly, truly can make a difference. And if you keep constantly looking at these people and saying, there is nothing for you out here, you will never make it. You will never do X, Y, and Z. Do you understand how many people you could potentially stop from making an impact for society? Not everybody is strong-willed. Not everybody knows to keep going. Not everybody knows to keep working when no one is looking. There's some people that have great potential that will actually stop because somebody they love tells them to. I understand we have grew up in different generations, and I would never know what it's like to live in your shoes, and I would never know what society was like when you was living in it. I understand that. But as of today, and if you are still alive, and if you are walking with the kids that are alive now, you need to evolve and to change your mind. You could talk to somebody that could have the cure for cancer. You could talk to somebody that could have the cure for AIDS, that could save thousands of people out there. And you saying one comment could end it all. Hell, you could be talking to the next Denzel Washington. You could be talking to the next Viola Davis. Who knows? But that constant telling someone they're nothing because you couldn't have done your own dreams, it needs to stop. It needs to stop. Because it's not getting anyone nowhere by not letting the people that are coming to you with these thoughts figuring out for themselves if they're going to fail or not. You don't have to support them. You don't have to like what they're doing. But you do need to stop telling them these deterring things. All you have to say is okay. All you have to say is I hope it works. But you need to stop being passive aggressive. Stop laughing at people in their face when they come to you with something that they've been holding in their heart for a long time. I know people, personally me, that won't even tell a soul what I'm working on because I'm extremely afraid that they're going to immediately shoot it down. I know people that wouldn't even bring up the conversation because they know how it's going to end. This is how mental illness is caused. This is how it happens. Trust me, every creative out there, we believe that we aren't going to make it either. We self-deprecate all the time, every day, 5 days a week, 365 days a year. And you adding on to that pressure, you adding on to that pain doesn't help anyone. But I need to know that I won't make it on my own. We need to change the narrative. We need to change the negativity and make it positive. We need to show that, all right, I don't know what this thing is you're working on. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know when you're going to get it to work, but I believe in you. That's all I need to hear. That's all anybody needs to hear is I believe in you. And if it doesn't, I'll be here for you to fall back on. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Just be there for if it doesn't work, let them fall back on you. Because the worst thing is when a creative learns that what they didn't work and they have nobody. That they don't have nobody to talk to, that they have to deal with this weight by themselves. Just be there for them. That's it. I really hope as a society we could change this stigma around people doing what they love, changing this stigma around people going after their dreams. I didn't realize how much of a problem this was, and it's quite sad that people just can't be who they are and get the respect that they earn without showing a paycheck. Or without having to kill themselves because they're trying to make somebody proud. People don't realize what family says matters, especially to me. So I hope as a society that we can change this narrative and fix it, because I know there's so many beautiful, beautiful people out there that has great potential to make change, regardless if it's coming up with a cure or being the next entertainer or being whatever. I know there's so many of y'all out there that can do so much, and all you need is that I'm proud of you. All you need is that I think you can do it. So I'm going to give it to you now. I think you can do it. And if you fail, it is what it is. You get up and you keep on going. But I need you to continue to that finish line. I need you to absolutely make sure that this isn't for me before you quit. I'm so tired of seeing these young people's heart broken out here in these streets because somebody that they love said they couldn't do something. So many of you guys walk around angry with this pain in your heart because you constantly question, what if I continue? What if I kept going? What if I did this? What if I did this instead? What if I didn't listen? Trust me, I know the feeling and I know the pain. I love you guys so much. And if you got something in you that can make a difference, you make that difference. Period. It's no ifs, no whats, no about it. You make a difference. Even if it's only for yourself. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.